Hello everyone. In this session, we will be talking about the highlight tables in Tableau. A highlight table is a data visualization technique that uses the colors to emphasize the specific data points or values within a table. It's a powerful way to draw the attention to the key insights and make your data stand out. Highlight tables are particularly useful when you want to highlight specific intersections of data in a structured format. In a highlight table, each cell represents a data point and the color of the cell is determined by a measure or a calculated field. Typically, you will use a diverging color scale where different shades of color indicate variations in the measured spectrum. This allows you to quickly spot the trends, outliers, or areas of the interest in your data. During our practical demonstration in Tableau, we will explore on how to create and customize these highlight tables to effectively showcase your data. You will learn how to assign the measures to the colors and control the color scales and apply sorting and filtering focus on the most relevant information in your data. Let's go to the Tableau screen and see how we can create the highlight table. So I'm in my Tableau screen, and here, if I click on the show me menu, the third table which is present over here, the third kind of visualization is the highlight table. To create a highlight table, I need one or more dimension and at least one of measures. Now, let's take a measure over here. So let's say I want to see the different kind of sales in the subcategories. I'll double click on the subcategories and then I'll double click on this sales. It would give me a text table. To convert this text table into the highlight table, I can choose this highlight table option and it would show me the table in the color coded format. Now you can see there isn't too much of difference between the highlight table and the text table. The only difference is that it is showing me the values in a color coded format. Else the text table was also showing me this structured format of the data. Now, what does this color represent? These color represent the sales value that are happening over the lighter shade of the color, the least would be the sales value. So maybe I don't need to look at the data directly. I can easily look at this color and try to find out the color over here. So labels is making less amount of sales and so is the fastener. And as the color coding is getting darker, I can see phones are the ones which are making the maximum sales. So in this way, we can take the help of highlight tables and easily see what kind of sales is happening in which kind of category, subcategory, or region. Let's take any other example. This time I want to see the profit that is happening within these subcategories. So for that, what I'll do is I'll double click on this subcategory and I'll double click on profit and I'll choose it to be the highlight table. And as you can see, now it is giving me a different color. This is because the value of this profit is going in negative, and as it is reaching the negative, it is giving me the darker shade of orange. This means that this particular subcategory is incurring some loss, and it is true. It is giving me the loss of minus 64,083 rupees or dollars or whatever the value for this particular data is. So in this way, it is easier to identify the trends. Now, what about some different kind of values? Let's say if I'm talking about two dimensions, what would be the value in that case? Let's say I want to see the same value, but this time I'm choosing the subcategory wise profit and it should be based on different regions. For that, I drag this regions over here in rows and this would give me this group data. So it is creating some kind of hierarchy, but I don't want to see it in the form of a text table. I want to see it in the form of highlight table. So I click on this highlight table. Now the way of looking at it has changed and it can be easily identified that in the southeast region, accessories are the ones which are giving me the loss. Previously, it was just the tables, but over here, a different picture of the data is showing. Here I can see in different regions the kind of subcategories which are giving me loss. And if you scroll towards the right, indeed, tables are the one which are giving me the maximum loss in different kind of regions. But there are other regions also where they are performing good, and they are performing good than the rest of the categories. So, for example, if I compare this annular, so it is doing less good if we compare it to the tables. Now I have to still highlight different kind of patterns underlined. Are these tables sold more? That's why this is the picture that I am looking at. And what is the region of this particular negative profit? So why am I getting the loss in the tables in South? So I can do this by creating different other kind of visualizations or taking in some more dimensions over here, like the shipping mode, the different segments that are present over there. So in this way, what we can do is we can try to find out the different questions that we need to answer going ahead, and the answers lie within this. So tables is the not only one which is making loss, accessories are also making loss, and there are other values also, like furnishing items are also incurring some loss. This all is due to creating some different kind of visualizations. So with the help of highlight tables, we understood that we can show the values in different color coded formats and see the difference in these values with the help of color palettes. If you want to change the color palettes, you can also do it. If you go to the colors option, you can go in the edit colors option, and here you can choose a different value. This time the palette is set as automatic, but what if I want to show it in the red and green diverging format? So here I can find the red, green, white diverging format. I can also do it. This would be easier for me to identify now because the colors are now different in nature. So it is easier for you to identify the different colors. So I hope this session was clear to you on the highlight tables. We took the help of different colors to show the data and what are the trends in that data. We will be meeting in the next session where we will be talking about some different kind of visualizations in tab. Thank you.